Hi, I'm Carl Tannenbaum, Chief Economist for Northern Trust. When someone wants to avoid notice, they express the wish to operate on the QT. QT in this context is an elision of the word quiet, the desired volume of conversation surrounding the activity. In the realm of monetary policy, QT means something very different. In this context, it stands for quantitative tightening, a term which doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. But we'll be hearing a lot about QT in the months ahead, and it will be an important influence on market performance. When interest rates reach zero, central banks have to turn to less conventional methods to stimulate activity. The strategy of choice in these circumstances has been quantitative easing, or QE. Under QE, central banks create money, purchase securities from the market, and this adds new supplies of money to the economy, lowers long-term interest rates, and encourages productive investment. The Federal Reserve was the first to initiate this strategy in 2008, and other central banks followed. When the pandemic hit, QE was taken to a whole new level. The Fed securities holdings are nearly twice as large as they were at the beginning of 2020. With the economy recovering nicely and inflation becoming more of a concern, the Fed began tapering its purchases of securities late last year. It has now reached the point where reductions in its portfolio are in order. Instead of quantitative easing, we are now on the brink of quantitative tightening. The Fed, along with other central banks, will have a series of decisions to make as they embark on QT. How quickly should they reduce their holdings and by how much? The answer will depend critically on how comfortably investors can absorb the assets that will be released to the markets. QT will likely result in an increase in long-term interest rates, which could cool industries like housing. Designing the program to slow activity without stopping it will be challenging. There is limited experience available to calibrate QT programs. The Fed reduced its balance sheet 5 years ago, but had to end its efforts prematurely when liquidity in markets dried up too quickly. The magnitude of the effort this time around is significantly larger, and the stakes are considerably higher. When the Fed initiated quantitative tightening in 2017, it hoped that the program would operate in the background without attracting much notice. Unfortunately, there is little chance that QT will be conducted on the QT this time around. And that's the view from here.